Why is it taking so long to stream? It should be streaming now. Oh shit. Almost tripped over it. That's why it's so dangerous.
I don't know, why don't you put on top of that?
Hello everybody. Welcome to an early stream. We'll probably end about the same time though, but we had to stream because Mayu is getting
hungry.
Hangry. Hangry.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Let's make sure everything is working correctly. Talk Asia.
Live.
We are live. Let's make sure everything is working correctly. Alright. Talk Asia. Okay guys, so today we're gonna eat, talk about exactly how much all this is gonna cost, and I want to go over a more detailed breakdown of my monthly costs of living. The reason for that is I've gotten so many questions about if, so much money is enough to survive on a monthly basis, and I always have to just sort of give the honest answer, which is, hey, I don't know, it depends on your lifestyle. Like, I always find it ridiculous with these cost of living videos. I know I should probably do one because it's one of the very highly searched terms and people want like a simple answer to all of their life's questions, but I can't. It just, your costs are going to vary so much, and I will demonstrate based on different costs of living, and if I can have someone call in if they're interested in getting their own estimated cost of living, then I will get that done for you too. Ooh, I rep Guam. Oh, I just saw that he subscribed new to this channel.
Thank
yes.
you. I mean, like live talk age live.
Yeah, our stream channel. Hey.
This is our weekly live stream.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see, babe. How much? So I think honestly, on a day-to-day, the reason I wanted to do a breakdown of this is on.
What?
Excluding my camera purchase, which, like, gear purchase, I don't even want to think about it because the amount of money I spend towards buying camera equipment and all this stuff, it's pretty expensive. If I break it down, I'm pretty sure that that's my biggest expense.
Of the year.
Possibly for the year. I mean, I'll be doing good and all of a sudden I'll buy like a $1,000 camera, and that's already like 3 months of my
daily
just
expenses.
Eating expenses combined. But I still do think overall my biggest expense is food, because I don't like to really compromise too much on food, and I'm not, if you see, we're not your typical I only eat street food every day type of person. I used to do that, and I just started to have a bunch of health problems, so I don't compensate. I don't compromise on food. So that's why I want to break this one, because dinner is actually my biggest expense, right? Because when I wake up, I usually don't eat breakfast. At lunch, I usually have what you would usually have for breakfast, like cereal or something, and that's only like, if I break it down for you, between the milk and the cereal I eat, it's probably about $1,
How often do you guys eat out?
Oh, wow, we eat out a lot. I mean, but
if we have a guest here, we eat out a lot.
This is the thing. Eating out isn't more expensive than this. This is probably very expensive if I broke it down to you, Yeah, eating out is actually quite cheap here. Especially if you're doing street food, then it's the cheapest.
Very cheap.
Yeah. So, this is my biggest expense, the dinner, because I don't eat much during the day, and my breakfast is only about $1. I'll snack here and there, and that's probably about another $1, $2, and then this is what's gonna be the most expensive. So let's see, babe. This is salad. How many? Could you add up all the stuff that goes in here, like the tomato and the lettuce and all that?
Like weekly, we spend around 800
For groceries.
Food, groceries
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
So it cut down day by day. It will be 100 baht, 120 baht per day.
Yeah, but I think it ends up being more because we go when we go to Korea. I buy a bunch of instant noodles and all sorts of like seasoning and all this. That's why I want to break it down. But yeah, if I had to give you like a really rough estimate, just saying groceries, I was gonna it'd probably be about $4. Yeah, but like the soy sauce, we didn't source it from here.
Oh yeah.
Kimchi, it probably doesn't go into that 800 baht average because kimchi I buy at the Korean market. Although it's not
lasts
that.
a month though.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. We pay about 200 baht, which is about $6, and it lasts about at least a month.
Two different kinds.
So, I mean, safe estimate, I would say $5 or $6.
Per person?
No,
Per day?
for all of us because we spend about 800 together, right? Yeah. So $5 or $6 for both of us
Per day.
per day for
For
dinner.
dinner.
And then it would probably break down, let's say $3 for each of us. 100 baht.
Maybe
I don't know. I think it's higher.
150, 120, and 130, let's say, because we have those extra items like we have dressing, we have seasoning.
No, we have to really break it down, babe, because 800 baht is how much we spend in groceries per week. But we go out and eat out at least
Okay. You
2 to
have-
3 days,
Mm.
right? So let's break it down. That's why I'm asking you, how much was the lettuce? How much was all of this?
The tomato
Yeah,
was 29 baht.
$1.
For one pack.
Mhm.
And lettuce, they have two different kind of lettuce inside.
Mhm.
One is lo mein lettuce, and one is regular lettuce.
Mhm.
Lo mein lettuce is at 39.
Mhm. About
And,
$1 again.
The lettuce, it depends on the weight, but I bought a big one this time.
Mm.
It was 35, I guess.
Okay.
And then
So altogether about $3.50.
chicken.
Mhm.
This is what which part? Not the breast. This is breast, I guess. 2 piece, 25 baht, I guess. Because I bought by the ground. Now it's a cheaper one. But this is 1 piece. We share 1 piece for 2. So I still have another portion. Now this is one. Actually, this is only 1 portion. Only 1 piece of the chicken.
Okay, backtrack then. For the amount of lettuce and this, how many times are we having salad?
3 times.
So divide 3.5, so it's about $1 for this. And then, what about the cheese? This is the one we got from Korea, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. We use this cheese that we get from Korea for like 6 months, and it's only like $5.
But the one I always use from Tops is 150 baht when it's on sale. So I always buy it and then use it for like 2-3 times separately.
So the cheese costs.
50 baht per time. Let's say.
Oh wow, really? That's pretty expensive. That's like $1.50.
For the cheese, yeah.
I mean, you guys don't have to put cheese in there, obviously, but I think it's a necessity. See how like cost of living can like just vary all of a sudden, like from salad to salad with cheese. And so it's 3.5, and now it is $1.50 on top of that, so that's $5. Yeah, per salad.
Pietro dressing expensive there? Pietro dressing. This one is Japanese dressing.
Wait, so hold up, it's 50 per each time. 3.5.
The round one. Don't always buy. Remember?
So you use all of that in just one serving?
No, 3 times. 3 serving. 3 days.
Okay, so hold on. I didn't divide this yet. So
150 for 1 pack of cheese. And
the salad. Okay, get this, guys. The salad, because it's $3.50, and I'm dividing it by 3 servings, so it's like $1.10. But the cheese is $1.30, $1.50. So now per serving it's become like $3, right? This little bit of cheese that goes in there.
But this cheese is from Korea, right? This cheese is from Korea this time.
Yeah, this time it is. But you can see it could go up. So okay, let's just say each time now we have $3. That's pretty expensive salad, actually.
If you put cheese, it's expensive.
I didn't realize it was that expensive. I'm almost wanting to tell her to stop doing that. Okay, but anyways, let's just go on. That, and then the chicken each time you said was 50?
25 for 2, and then half portion, 2 pieces. 1 piece for 2 portion. I always cut.
Okay, what you mean is it's 25 baht, and then you only use half of that.
Per day.
Okay, so we're at $3, and then $3.50.
Pietro dressing is I bought from Korea this time.
Yeah.
It costs like how much? Like $12 in
Really?
Korea, I guess. But in Japan, this one costs like $8-9, I guess.
But
Big
obviously you're not
this
gonna.
is really big though. See?
Obviously, I can't really factor in cost of living and then say how much it's gonna cost for you to get it in Korea, because you're gonna be living in Thailand.
And then
This is already getting complicated.
this dressing is really small dressing, but Thai Kewpie dressing costs 120. No, it was 119 baht, I guess. But it's really small. You can compare the size.
Okay, let's just say it's $4 then. That's pretty expensive salad.
Yeah, salad dressing.
But it's for 2 people, right? Like our portions. So you break that down again, 4.5. So it's about $2.25. Okay? And then rice. Oh my gosh, this will be so hard to break down.
Rice is 10 kilo.
Rice is so cheap.
Was it 10 kilo? It's 5 kilo, sorry. 5 kilo, 100. No, 200 baht.
Yeah, it's roughly about 6 baht for like a big, $6 for a big
bag. 5
bag. Which lasts us, what, like 2 months, 3 months?
Maybe 2 months.
We eat a lot of rice, so how am I gonna divide 26? $6. It's almost, it's basically free. Where are we now? $1, we said
I don't know why you don't put in your Excel. That's why you open an Excel.
No, because I just want to do dinner and then I have another category and stuff. Yeah.
I'm not counting it,
I'm failing too right now. How much did I say salad was?
I don't know. I don't trace it because I thought you were doing it.
I think it's I said $2. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I said $2.25.
Nobody watching it.
Oh yeah. No, there's 4 people watching.
Right.
And then
Interesting.
and then if we add the rice and then the eggs, that's probably $3. And then the kimchi, you know what? That's almost minimal too. We're spending $6 for a month, 2 months worth of. That all goes into about $3. All right, and then this main thing. I'm having leftovers actually.
So you cannot calculate, each meal. You have to.
Well, we can estimate it.
Big data first, and then just divide into like 5, times a week. No.
No, I just want to give a rough estimate because
This is more enough rough estimate. You're doing very detailed. Salad, how much?
No,
Rice, how
this
much?
is-
That's
this is
too
rough.
small.
No, I want to do it this way. That way you guys know the breakdown of the cost. You guys already know. I mean, you can just take our word. It's about $5-6 between both of us, and then it's like $3 per meal. But you see, when I start breaking it down, it ends up becoming more. That's why I wanted to break it down. Yeah,
Oh,
Because-
no.
because we go out and eat a lot. So this is why it's hard for me to ever do these estimates. And Mayu's the one that spends all the money on the food.
What?
Yeah, you're the one who's aware of all the prices. I'm not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there
yeah.
buying lettuce and crap. Like before, as a guy, what I used to do is I used to get the pre-mixed salad, and that was 100 baht, $3, right? And I would eat that over 2 or 3 servings, so it's $1. And then I would throw cheese in there. I would throw like this Kewpie dressing, which is like, is it 100 baht, I believe?
Where were you so long? What do you mean?
100 baht per.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then it would last me like months, which is $3. Not this one, like the actual size. So it breaks down to me for about $1.50 per salad. And then my main dish, if I cooked up pork or whatever, it would be about $2 to $3 max. But Mayu, she breaks it down and gets like very high quality stuff. So instead of the salad just costing about $1 per serving, I just realized today talking to her, I'm eating about twice that, more than twice that.
The portion is more than.
Well, the volume is not that different. I mean, if I get the 100 baht salad, mixed salad thing, the hydroponic one, which is actually quite good, it ends up being about this much, maybe even more.
Because I give you less portion today because you're eating rice today, you know.
Yeah.
This is my rice. I mean, this is I'm getting small.
Yeah.
You know? Anyways.
But anyways, it's overall, our
Maybe.
grocery is about, I'm gonna estimate 1,000. I'm not gonna say 800 because we gotta add in kimchi and all that, right? So I will put down here grocery. It is 500 because we break it down into 2 people, right? Okay, going on next. How many times do we eat out? I can tell you what I do. It doesn't count for Mayu because Mayu, a lot of times when she eats at work, she doesn't have to pay for it because it's a hotel. So let's see. I eat at work like 2 times, Saturday and Sunday. And I could literally just go to the employee cafeteria and get Thai food and pay maybe $1 to $1.50. But I don't do that. That's like sort of my cheat days, and I end up having a hamburger or something, you know? And I have like a Burger King app and all that, so I end up supersizing it for free, etc. But I end up, I would say, paying about 150 baht per, which is, I think, quite expensive. It's like $5 each, right? $10 per the weekend. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's quite a lot. $40, which is how much baht? No, my fast food. Just my fast food.
150, 300, total as well, 1,200.
300, 300, 300.
1,200.
Yeah. 1,200. Oh my gosh. This is eye-opening for me. So far for groceries, oh wait, that's a weekly cost. What am I doing? I'm stupid. It's 2,000 per month. Fast food is 1,200.
You guys look great in green. Yeah, Dorian shirt.
Thank you.
Chris is on, by the way.
Oh, hey Chris.
You know, many people are talking about something else now.
Oh yeah.
Not about because of that.
All right. Let's.
What type of rice do you prefer? This is jasmine rice. Because it's cheapest rice we can get.
Yeah.
And then we put some
Actually, I like jasmine rice.
whole grains. Whole grain?
Mm.
Some cereals. Red bean. Not red bean. Red rice, black rice, oat, black, what do you call black bean, this one? And quinoa. They have quinoa. And then brown rice as well. They have a mixture of those things.
Yeah, she gets this mixed rice combination and she throws it in here.
I like it.
I personally just like white jasmine rice, but it is what it is.
But when you request to have white rice only, especially when we have curry, I put only white rice for you. Can you
Yeah.
remember?
No, she does. But I mean, although I don't like the taste as much, I know it's healthy, so I'll eat it. You know.
Are there any wholesalers that are similar to Costco?
Yeah, actually, you're gonna
Macro?
see the macro grocery shopping walking video that's like an hour long.
Yeah.
I won't talk more about it because we're gonna release it.
Macro was fun though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll probably go there more often. Before we didn't go because it's just too far, and then the cost savings for us didn't equal, you know, the transportation cost to there, which you have to really take into account as well, like cost of living.
There's no dressing there.
Oh shoot! Why is there no dressing? It also largely depends on your neighborhood. And you think, well, it doesn't matter what neighborhood, I'm willing to travel, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you travel, that's huge expenses. When I get to the traveling section, you'll realize that the travel, I think, could have the biggest variance on your expenses. And I'll explain it to you when I get there. But when you're here in Bangkok, just sort of expect to be using what stores are around you, because it usually never ends up becoming economical to like go to Costco or whatever to save on the groceries or whatnot. It's not like America where you're expected to drive, you know, 10, 20 miles a day minimum on a car, and you just sort of reroute it, and it's like minimal, like where you go, and you already have that fixed overhead cost of owning a car. It doesn't work that way, you know? When you travel out here, those are expenditures that equal almost like a whole meal. So, yeah, I'll get to that. Anyways, okay. Any other questions?
You should download PUBG as Overwatch. It's outdated. Yeah, we stopped really playing Overwatch now. Great day morning, you guys.
Mayu actually
in
plays
yellow.
Overwatch. I've been playing
I don't-
God
I
of
don't-
War.
I don't play it like even once a week right now.
No, that's true. We don't really play games.
Oh, Carving the Max is on. Jasmine and basmati rice are similar. What is basmati rice?
I'm not sure, guys.
Basmati, not basmati. Basmati.
I just know jasmine and like Korean type rice or Japanese type rice.
Basmati. What is basmati?
Jasmine has a slight scent to it. If you're
When
like,
you're cooking it, you can really scent.
yeah, if you're
scent of jasmine rice.
you know, East Asian, like Chinese, Korean, or Japanese, it might take a bit of getting used to. But personally,
Indian rice is more like long.
Indian rice is
It's more long and then dry.
yeah, I would say it's more extreme. It's like
This jasmine rice is quite moisture, I guess.
jasmine rice, I think, is the least moisture I can take before it starts becoming like some kind of rice that I would only consider frying or something. In jambalaya, you know? It's not... Jasmine rice can still pass for rice that you're used to as an East Asian, right?
Really? Chris said basmati is longer grains, more mouth-watering.
Really?
That's new.
I'm not sure. I mean, as far as I haven't had any other rice. You know,
No.
yeah, that becomes. See, it already sort of flakes off.
That's why you eat natto there. Is natto expensive there? It depends where you get from. I found that it's really reasonable place with Donkey. Don Quixote. They have three pack in one. 3 pieces in one pack. Yeah. Wait, 29 baht or 39 baht. But if you go to Tops Market, they're gonna charge you like 90 baht for the same kind of natto. So it depends where you get it from. But there it's reasonable, I guess. 39 baht for one pack. I guess it's good.
So
It
is
not
jasmine rice?
Sticky.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
It's not sticky.
It's not sticky, but it could be relatively sticky. But
If you add
Mayu,
more water.
Mayu throws in this brown rice thing, which causes the overall consistency to be relatively dry. That's why I don't like it. But if you just get jasmine rice, and you get, we once made a mistake, and we ended up getting the more expensive jasmine rice, and somehow it was weird. It was older jasmine rice.
It was older.
Yeah, it was just like very flaky and such.
It
But
tastes really bad.
yeah, this is a challenging part. When you come here, you need to figure out, because rice, on the packaging, there is no English.
Basically, there's no English.
And there are just so many different types of rice, you can screw up getting the wrong rice. This happened quite a lot. This is like one of the most challenging things. I mean, we sort of found the brand that we sort of stick to now. And Mayu somehow figured out what is new crop, but just get the new crop one. And
The scent is different when rice are cooking. They have a scent from the steam, right? And the scent is different. It's the old one, you know.
but I wouldn't say it's like flaky rice like Indian rice. It still sticks, you see.
Kimchi. Oh.
Yeah. It's Koreans consider jasmine rice slim rice. Because particularly Korean rice is very oil like rich. So it's harder for you to digest. So actually jasmine rice is healthier for you. A lot, I mean, that's what I heard from like an acupuncturist, you know. But I think it's true, like it's easier on my stomach, like I don't feel like I'm wasting or exerting as much energy digesting it.
I can't eat non-sticky rice with chopsticks. Very challenging.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sticky, though. I can still scoop it with a chopstick.
That's what I'm saying. Jasmine rice is as least wet and like non-sticky as I will get. Any further than that, and I don't really even consider it in this. I don't even consider it rice. Then it becomes like a completely different dish to me. Like what I associate with like jambalaya or stir fried rice or something like this.
Biryani.
Biryani. I mean,
Too
that's
used
a
to
whole different classification of food for me.
Philippines has the crappy boran rice that gives an extra harvest per year. It's kind of crappy.
What is?
Chris said Philippines has crappy rice
Oh.
because they harvest like 2 times or 3 times a year, right?
I don't know.
In Thailand, they have 2 times, I guess.
I don't know, but I do know that Thai people are very proud of their rice. They believe it's the best in the world. It consistently wins all these awards. I mean, I personally think Korean rice tastes better, but I mean, this whole Mali rice, jasmine rice, it's good.
They export everywhere.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Thai rice is known to be good.
And
So
then-
I don't have issues with
I have
it.
a very rich Thai customer. He sells the rice, right?
Mhm.
His rice is really good.
What we got from him?
I mean, I one time I asked one of my colleagues, where can I get his rice? Because he brought the rice to us sometime, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because he always stay with us, right?
Yeah.
And then they said they only
Export.
provide more like exclusive restaurants. and for the export only. They don't really produce. They don't really supply in domestic. That's why he's rich.
Yeah, actually,
I know that he cannot compete the price
yeah.
to local farmers. Even
Yeah.
tastes really good because people cannot afford it.
Yeah.
But rice millionaire. He is rice millionaire. Yeah, he lives in Singapore.
Oh, really?
And he also have a driver, businessman, company. Anyway, he's really nice. He's a really nice person.
Anyways. No, that's very common. Like the best stuff in Thailand, you don't get to have it in Thailand because it's for export only.
So Ethan is using metal chopsticks, and mine using wooden. Yeah, metal chopsticks are
It's aluminum, actually.
challenging.
These are hollow aluminum.
I don't like it because it hurt my finger.
This one is it has pros and cons. This is like the IKEA ones. I don't particularly like it, but I got it and I don't want to switch it. But it's hollow, so it doesn't get as hot when I put it on something very hot, like a hot pot or something. But you see the edges aren't serrated like the Korean ones.
It's really circular.
So it's harder to cut things with and such. The edges are actually very... I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. It won't focus. But it's rounded off. I actually like the Korean ones, which are just flat pieces of steel.
That I don't like it. It's just hurt my fingers.
You have to grow up with it. I mean, basically, Korean kids, we start using chopsticks, like those flat metal ones from we're only like 3 or 4 or 5. That's why they say Koreans are very like their fingers are quite developed, like their mechanical skills. Yeah, seriously.
I don't know.
That's how like the fastest keyboard strokes for StarCraft players and stuff like that are all Korean.
Chinese use chopsticks for everything.
But they don't use the small metal ones. They're much harder to handle. I don't know. This is what I've heard. It might be just like some racist propaganda that Koreans tell themselves.
I guess so.
But I would believe it.
I heard it not only that, so I don't believe it.
Yeah. But it's a fact. Koreans have the fastest keyboard strokes. It seems like every Korean knows how to play guitar. It's just I don't know. We're pretty good with our hands, fingers.
Must have Tiger brand rice cooker.
We need to compensate with fingers. Okay. Alright.
Okay. No, I don't need any compensation. Maybe other girls say that. Anyways. And Chris is right. Tiger is really famous brand for the rice cooker. Tiger, the thermos. Remember that you're looking for thermos and you want to get Jojirushi this time. But there is a Tiger, also very famous for thermos in Japan.
I mean, Jojirushi is very famous for rice cookers too.
So that's what I'm saying, is both of them are really famous for.
Koreans used to really like Jojirushi rice cookers, like 20 years ago.
Before
maybe 20, more than 20, 25 years ago.
Themselves, right? I mean.
And then Koreans created Koku rice cookers. Koku. It's Choku or Koku. It's like basically the sound that a rooster makes. Cuckoo! You know? You should check that out. That is, in my opinion, the best rice cooker in the world. Okay. I used to have Jojirushi. I used to have all... It's just... Japanese rice cookers can't do much because they're not steam pressured rice cookers. So Korean rice cookers create much more wet and stickier rice, and it doubles as like you can steam dumplings and such in it. It's like it becomes a very versatile multi cooker. So
Chris said I don't like the processor ones, too slow.
Processor ones? What are processor ones?
No, you say like pressure and stuff maybe.
No. It's probably faster than regular because it's cooking it under steam. Yeah.
Good morning, 7:10 a.m. here. What's cooking, Jack?
Ooh, what's up, Jack? So we just discussed salad, like all the ingredients that go in there. And then this rice, and actually what this is actually I don't know. It's pork, right?
Yeah, it's like gyudon. You know gyudon, right?
And then you see,
Sukiya no Yoshinoya.
yeah.
Yoshinoya no, they put a pork and the sliced beef.
Yeah, but these are thick pieces, and then she put these are onions, right?
Onions.
With soy sauce and carrots.
Yeah, I put extra carrot in it.
Yeah, but basically like Yoshinoya kind of stuff. This is leftover.
Yeah, leftover cooking.
It still tastes really good. What is that sound?
Washing machine.
The washing machine?
You don't even notice when you're spinning because it's so quiet.
Yeah, our new washing machine. Oh, we didn't release that video yet.
We got the new washing machine. Anyways, next. What? So that's why Korean do well in esports.
I think so.
Okay. I don't like the process on it. Oh, I read Guam say, Mayu-san, とても英語お上手ですね。Mayu-san, Miss Mayu, you're really good at speaking in English. Thank you. I never tried the pressure cooker ones. My tiger still runs well. How old is your tiger rice cooker? I was curious because in my experience, I mean, in my last 25-30 years living in Japan, I never seen those home appliances has been broke down.
Rice cookers never break down.
Yes, my mom. We used to when we are small, we eat our rice, but after a certain time, we're not really eating more than before. So she want to downsize, the smaller rice cooker. But the old one is not broken, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
It's the same with Korean. Like
10 years,
rice,
I think she said.
rice cookers are things that are just
Never break.
very mechanically simple. It's really hard to break.
10 years, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, when I look at people's rice cookers, they're very, very old.
Yeah. When you
I mean, about
move the new house, maybe they're gonna buy new one.
yeah.
Or maybe they renovate everything in the kitchen. Maybe they order a new one.
Yeah. I remember my.
お元気ですか? お元気です. I just went to exercise. But it's okay. Carmit the Max said, I tried the long square plastic chopsticks at the Chinese place in New York Chinatown. Not a fan. They are too long. Remind me when I tried the long ski crossing and I fall on my face.
Yeah, I really hate those plastic square chopsticks.
Do you know why they're really long? Because Chinese table, normally they share the food, right? That's why those chopsticks are really long.
It's not that much longer, in my opinion.
Slightly longer like that.
Yeah.
But
it's not the longness, because it's just as light as the metal ones, maybe
お元気
lighter.
ですか, Ethan?
Oh, hello. But the plastic square ones, because they're rounded off and even thicker, they're not precise, it's hard to pinpoint grab things. Or get kimchi like this and split it like that. That would never be possible in a Chinese chopstick.
And you are not really doing not well too.
I'm not doing well because I'm not that
You
good.
always say because the chopstick, because the chopstick.
No, it is.
I see you.
No, but when I do it, I have to do it this way because if you see, I have relatively short fingers.
Okay.
So my wingspan for being able to split this
do that,
is
I can do it really easily.
yeah, because you got long ass fingers.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the chopstick.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go like this, and then you have to split it up like this. And usually, your fingers are set so the pressure goes like this, but then you have to reverse the pressure like that. And actually, I don't hold the chopstick your standard way. I hold it wrong, actually.
Meg, the Kirby
You're
Max
actually
asked
supposed
me,
to
what does
go like that.
sugoi means? Jackpot? Can be mean jackpot. It depends how you use it. Like, in my And my Thai colleague always say like, when those Japanese customers come to the hotel and enter the room, they say "sugoi." Sugoi is like really pretty or beautiful or great. When they compliment something, they say "sugoi."
In Japanese anime, they always translate it to awesome.
Maybe, but can be jackpot.
Oh.
It depends how you use it, but
When you watch
What?
porno.
porno.
Yeah, when you watch Japanese porno, the girl usually goes "sugoi."
Sugoi is like the big size or the huge, or like you are really good at doing this. When maybe the girl says sugoi, but
But I think
like
they go that it's like awesome.
yeah, impressive or something.
Sugoi.
Jackpot.
It's not jackpot. That'd be hilarious.
But it
Now I
makes
can never watch Japanese porno the same.
Jackpot.
When I release Sugoi jackpot. That's the first time I heard anyone translate it to jackpot.
No, Max is jackpot. So when he watches this kind of thing, he was like, oh, jackpot.
Oh, jackpot.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah.
Oh, you're a horrible translator.
Me?
Even I know it's awesome.
Me.
Yeah.
It can be awesome, but it depends how you pronounce it and how you tone it.
Oh, really? Depends on the tone.
Like-
so what
like-
is?
like-
Tell us the intricacy of jackpot and awesome. Everyone's gonna be going on to like.
But aren't they nasty bits pixelated?
I don't want that. Okay, no more on that. But tell us the difference between jackpot and awesome tone. Sugoi desu or sugoi desu. Or I mean, how do you do it? What's the difference?
Let me think about it. I don't know jackpot.
Yeah, what is jackpot? Like, let's say I hit a lottery. I mean, I would think it's like awesome, like sugoi.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome is a good translate. Great. It's wonderful. It's like that. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't think about it, the Japanese porn, but you started because that is the animation comes from animation, I guess.
I've seen lots of animations, and they use sugoi quite a lot, and they always translate it to awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like you see, like great awesome power. Sugoi desu, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
どこにいますか? We are in Bangkok. Done. I got jackpot because of YouTube auto translate.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, see, everyone translates to awesome, dude.
No. He got jackpot
Hmm.
from the YouTube auto translate.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody but you translates it to awesome.
Awesome.
Not
But jackpot.
jackpot. Even Americans, we don't really say jackpot that much.
I don't know. I don't even hear someone say.
Isn't jackpot like a noun?
Yeah, no.
Sugoi isn't a noun.
Adjective, I guess. Is it adjective?
Probably, yeah.
Do you watch cricket? No. No. I think we answered 2 weeks ago or last week. No, we don't watch it. You were watching the NBA finals.
I watch way too much sports already. Lately, I am so disgusted and like depressed.
Nick is
With
on
news?
Melanie.
Like world event news that I focus my attention on like sports news because I still want to read something, but I don't want to like read depressing stuff. So I watch like too much sports. I can't take on another one. I mean, I already like started getting interested in F1 racing, but you know, just football alone, that's just a lot of news because they're usually playing in like 3 different series and even in off season. Oh my gosh, I read every day waiting for Manchester United to make a decent trade.
Yes, he is a football fan.
And then I watch NBA during the playoffs. And then I try to watch NFL, but
You
lately
watch
I
the Super Bowl. You like to watch it.
I will, cause that's but like
It's American too.
but before I would like watch the playoffs at least, but here it's like really hard to watch it because of the time difference, and then they don't really have it readily available. With NBA, I can tune in through like this Korean search engine using a VPN, and the quality's good, but not for NFL. So I stopped watching that, but those two alone just is enough. Takes
Keep
a,
you busy.
yeah.
Auto translate is different from when the user type in their own subtitle, correct?
Is
Yeah.
it? I didn't know that.
Because auto translate. So,
I thought they had like an algorithm and then it always translates the same thing.
but. Oh, well, you mean the.
How to translate?
Because he's talking about auto translate is different from when the user type in their own subtitle.
Oh.
It is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He does translation thing last time. But this is real translation from Korean to English, so it's maybe different.
I wonder if the auto on YouTube I have to allow auto translate, I think. I don't really allow it because it usually picks up the wrong words or something, and then it just like doesn't even make sense. But I wonder if they can manually throw in their own auto translate. I don't know.
Manually.
Yeah, like on the video I can like set to translate into another language, and
Another language. I thought
then but
they
YouTube,
just pick up
yeah, Google still isn't very good at
English. Pick up these just subtitles. Okay.
yeah, Google. That's one of the reasons I still like Apple. Like Siri can pick up what I'm saying, but Google seems to have problems like picking up what I'm saying. So then, if it picks up the wrong information in the very beginning, the translation is even further off. So I stopped bothering with it, you know, because I was thinking about translating to Korean, and I saw that it was just picking up the wrong words to begin with. So I'm just like, forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are football fans. Corsair is better than HyperX.
Huh?
Corsair
HyperX?
is
You mean
better
RAM?
than HyperX.
Why are they talking about RAM?
I don't know. Meram in gaming. So. Yeah.
I don't know if that's related to football though.
I don't know. Random topic.
Yeah.
I watched Yuka Kinoshita, and there
HyperX.
is a difference between auto translate and her own subtitles.
Yeah, because
yeah, of course different.
Yeah,
I think
because it-
auto translate is pretty. It's like 60% accurate, but another 40% is like totally doesn't make sense sometimes.
it's because languages you can't literally translate it. There's like we speak in figurative language sometimes, like poetic language. So even when I'm translating, because I did a lot of translating recently, doing that coffee video, you'll see the whole 20 minutes is translated into English. But when I'm listening to Korean, I'm like, if I literally translate this is gonna be way off, you know. And I realized just why auto translate it's gonna take a lot more to just get there. I mean, they could get the right words, but depending on the context they use it could be different. Like Korean is even worse because the order is off. Like I'll find myself changing the whole sentence structure around because Koreans generally like to speak in the object first, then go verb, and then talk about the subject last. But you know, in English you have to put subject first like this. If I literally translate, then I have to put all these commas, and then just the sentence doesn't flow, so I have to switch it around. And you know, we have these breaks. Like I'll be saying the first part of a sentence, breaking, saying another, and then I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Because then I'll have to put the last end of the sentence in the first part where he doesn't even really talk about it, and then I have to put this first part in the last part where he's talking. And then later on I just gave up, and then I said, I'm just gonna basically translate it, you know, as close to the literal, but most importantly, with the concept of trying to relay what he's meaning to say, So that's usually when somebody actually does a translation, they'll do it that way, but auto-translate will just usually use the literal translations and it'll just screw it up a lot,
Melanie gave me just talk randomly. Idioms don't translate well. That dog just don't hunt.
Ah, something like that.
Okay. So you manually typed in the subtitles line by line in your coffee video. Wow, must be tedious.
You'll see. I'm telling you, I probably will never do it again. I said it in the last one. I said I'll never. I attempted it. People are like, why don't you, translate your English stuff into Korean? That's even worse. I would never do that. And
I know how to destroy PUBG in seconds. He took really random. My mom, Jack said, my mom told me a story about super long chopsticks that are so long you cannot feed yourself, like a Buddhist version of hell, and not to hold chopsticks too close to tips.
Okay, we're getting into random stuff, but let's finish up our cost of living.
Okay.
So we got grocery shopping, and then we got fast food, and let's say, okay, we do eat out. We probably eat out
last week.
Once or twice a week.
Yeah, last
I would
week
say.
We have. Let's say this week. Okay, two or three times.
Okay, this is the thing though. When we go eat out, we usually eat out twice, and one of the times we're eating with a subscriber, and they usually pay for us, So we usually really pay for one dining out. But let's just say on the safe side, we eat out twice. I try to keep my budget around $5 to $6, like 150 to 200 baht. If it's any more than that, I consider it expensive, and I usually it would have to be an event, like it would be her birthday or something, and then I would spend $400 or $500. I mean 500 baht.
But still
Yeah.
But.
It's like $15 or $20, and then we're like really spoiling ourselves. But when we eat out, it's like $5, $6. Yeah. With the drinks. So per month, $40 eating out. $40
per month.
Yeah, I would say.
Which is 1,200 again.
Okay, that's a good estimate.
Okay.
We probably spend way less than that. I'm going on the higher end. Okay. So, is there any other food items? Even the snacks and everything go into our grocery. We buy a ton of snacks, guys.
No, don't.
Snacks like this. I like potato chips.
He eats potato chips as a meal. That is his problem. That is what I want you to stop.
Beverages. I mean, it goes into our grocery. I drink. I don't even drink regular. I don't even like drinking this. I drink coconut water.
This morning I found he didn't eat any single drop of water today. Yeah.
It wasn't a single drop. I almost finished that bottle of coconut water. That's why.
That's why it's expensive. Just drink the water. Coconut water is expensive, babe.
No, it's different though, because coconut water can actually be pretty much a meal substitute, because it has a ton of potassium in it,
and then,
so it's like eating a banana.
And then eat chips. Perfect.
Yeah.
I saw you ate the chips today. I found in your between empty whole.
So I have breakfast around 12, and then I have like coconut water and potato chips around 5, and then we eat our dinner, her big meal, around 9, and then I'll probably eat another potato chip or a snack around midnight.
Yeah,
that's my diet. Okay, so
Eat a lot of chips.
I know it's not regular, and that's why it's really hard for me to, again, tell you what your cost of living is going to be, because this is probably not going to be your diet.
Nick said $40 months for the restaurant. Tight budget. Well done.
Well, we eat inside quite a lot. Actually, I don't think that's tight. I think we're pretty splurgy, because if I was eating at food courts and such, it would only be $3.
Less than $3.
Less than 3, but I usually get like a fruit smoothie and 2, different main dishes, and then it ends up being $3. But I think it's quite a lot, considering we spend about 2,000 baht on groceries. So the food altogether right now is about 4,400 a month, which is about $150.
Yeah.
And as for transportation, okay, this is where the biggest variance in your cost could be, and the way I'm able to stay within my budget, I think. I drive a motorcycle, right? It's huge. It's an initial expenditure of 500 baht or 400 baht. But this initial expenditure isn't that much, because you'll probably end up selling it for about another.
But you are paying for maintenance recently, though.
Maintenance is almost minimal. It's really cheap. Like the last time I switched my tires, which was like 3 years ago, was 1,000 baht. It's like
When you got
$30.
flat tire, you mean?
Yeah, when I had a flat tire, I paid like $30. When I do oil changes, it's like 200,
Yeah.
250, and then I tip the guy an extra 50. What is it? Jai yen? Namjai? Namjai? Water heart, we say. What flows out of our heart. I tip him another 50, like 150 sometimes. That ends up being $10, $15. And I do maintenance like, probably, I don't like going there a lot. Maybe once every 3 months. It's so minimal. But pretty much the cost then comes down to gas. And with me driving to work at least 3 times a week, and we usually go do something, go grocery shopping, go watch a movie, and then we go out and vlog somewhere in Bangkok. So we do 2 full days of driving. I end up paying about 70 baht, sometimes 80 baht per gas. So that's per week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, recently I figured it for you, so.
Recently, Mayu feels it because she's taking it. She realizes that it's probably saving her a lot of money too.
No, it's time saving. It's time saving.
Yeah, that too. It's super
To
time
me,
saving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like $2 a month. I mean, a week. Let's just say I'm gonna round up to $10 a month for gas. Okay.
Transportation. Your transport.
Yeah, my transportation is $10 a month, 300 baht. Okay. But when you have a motorcycle, you do have to pay for parking. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually the bigger
that
cost.
ends up more than even gas, I guess.
Yeah, well, so you have to start getting clever with parking, but when I park for less than 4 hours at Siam Paragon, then I park at Siam Paragon because it's only 10 baht. And then if it's more than 4 hours, I park at Siam Square, which is a flat 40 baht fee for the whole day. So I do that twice usually, 40 baht and then 10 baht, so that ends up being
90 baht.
90 baht a week.
4 times a week.
4 times,
4 times
a month. 9 times 4, 30,
360.
360. Okay, no, but then
Parking. And then you have to pay extra for the, what do you call
but then we go to malls and stuff, and then we go park in other places. Usually when I go to Yaorat Road or whatever, we can park anywhere for free.
No, don't say anywhere.
Pretty much anywhere.
You can park like street, the area.
You'll see that
area,
you'll see that motorbikes pretty much can park anywhere.
Not anywhere.
For an American, it feels like anywhere.
Especially if you a foreigner park like anywhere, they're gonna beat you up.
No, you're not gonna park. No, we have better sense to park.
They're gonna say arrogant.
No.
Anyway, so
to an American, the places that are designated for parking seems like anywhere. we would never park in the sense of what a Thai person thinks anywhere.
Okay.
Because it's just too far off.
All right.
Right?
Okay, right.
But anyways, parking is generally free unless you go to a mall. And we go to a mall once a week, right? And when we watch a movie, they validate it. But sometimes
20 baht.
we stay longer. And then we end up
Yesterday.
paying like 10 baht.
Yesterday. No,
Sometimes we end up paying
40 baht because you went shopping.
40
Taking
baht.
so long.
Yeah,
To
like
just buy one.
I bought one hat. It took me like what, 1.5 hours to buy
Yeah.
it. I like shopping, guys. Well, what can I say? It kills some time and then it's
Kill some
exercising.
time.
Yeah, that's my relaxing time.
Okay.
But I would say I average about 40 baht. Yeah, a month in miscellaneous parking. Yeah,
Not a month?
yeah.
Not a week?
Oh.
Okay.
Usually when we go to the movies, it's free. But once in a while we screw up and then we pay 40 baht. That's the most I've ever paid.
Yeah.
Usually
That's
we
the
pay like
maximum.
20 baht.
Maximum month.
So let's say the higher end we do it twice a month. That's rare. 40 baht, like I've never paid that much.
Okay.
So I'm gonna estimate 400 for parking per month.
Okay.
And then, okay, I'll throw in maintenance.
Do you guys factor in massage after shopping?
100. We used to go consistently, but I don't.
I used to go every week, but now I go to exercise and then I feel better. You know?
I will say though, I go like once
a
a month.
month.
Yeah. Like when I have like a downtime at work, like because somebody canceled and I have 3 hours break in between classes, then I'll go get a massage and that's 200 plus 50 baht for a tip. I usually tip about 50, so
Can you
I'll
get
throw
for the
that.
monthly parking like 300 per month for Siam? I don't think.
Not for motorcycles.
So. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you are corporate car, if you have a corporate car, maybe company have those.
thing about scooter parking is that it's generally cheap anyways, but unlike car parking, there aren't as many ways to get it discounted, which was weird. But I guess it makes sense. It's so minimal that I think people don't really care. So yeah, malls, they have all these different tiers and ways that you can extend the parking for hours and hours and hours, but with motorcycles in a lot of places, usually it's just like flat 10 baht fee, 20 baht fee, like 30 cents to $1. I think it's because they don't want to keep track of all that. It's just a motorcycle,
Yeah.
you know?
Many people, many messengers.
Yeah.
drive.
I mean, I would say I pay on the higher end for parking than your average person. But
Do you have a gaming PC? No, we don't have it. We have console.
yeah, we do console. Oh, video game cost. So let's go into so far. Okay, let's see.
Miscellaneous.
Between massage, transportation alone, I pay about 800
like
baht.
Julian's Julian t-shirt.
So
Yay!
$30, less than $30 a month. And then massage is part of the entertainment. I'll throw that as entertainment. Video games. I'll tell you. Okay, a lot of the people out here who don't have money, guys, I found that we tend to play video games. It is probably the cheapest hobby you can ever have out here.
Yeah, a lot of time plays the games on the phone too.
Yeah, I mean it's a very acceptable hobby. You're not like considered a loser, a dork because you play video games. Like in America, seriously, like everybody plays video games, including hot girls. You know, like so video games is a big thing out here.
Loser.
For me, oh man, I spend really minimal on video games though.
Right now, yeah.
Let's just say I've bought. We've had to buy like a video game system every 2 years. We didn't have to, but it broke. So we bought a PlayStation Pro, and then we bought
Pirating games, especially.
we bought what's it called? Nintendo Switch. They both cost about
Yeah, you have like such a big expenses sometimes.
yeah, I do. You know what? This isn't it shouldn't go into the cost of living though. This is going into my particular gear thing.
And then your lifestyle.
Yeah.
What do you do?
See, I'm a okay.
Like now you're really into home appliances. So you go to see those electronics places and you bought a blender.
No, but I've always wanted a blender. We sold a blender and I just pretty much spent the same amount of money we got to get that
smaller,
blender.
the downside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Mm.
But we have hand blender, and then now you want to get the blender.
No, the hand blender doesn't work, babe.
Can you put the ice cubes in it?
For this one, I wouldn't because it's plastic.
You didn't ask her?
That's why I got the glass one, but you wanted to sell that because it's hard to sell. But then I realized, you know what?
Banana frozen is fine.
Yeah, it's frozen bananas, so that's how we get around it.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. No, I don't really buy appliances.
Yeah, because mainly I pay for it.
No, we have pretty much everything we need. If anything, I'm selling stuff right now. So if I buy anything, it's less than the amount I sell it for.
Okay.
But it doesn't go into daily monthly expenses really. It breaks even. Entertainment. Oh, movies. We watch a movie.
Oh yeah.
We watch a movie every week.
Times a month, and then it should be 100 baht per time. But recently he goes luxury, and he's willing to pay 120 baht.
Well, hold on. Let me do the. It's not luxury now. It's standard price is 120.
Because it's a really old movie now. It's 100. Last week we paid only 100.
No, we don't watch
for
really old movies.
John Wick, we pay only 100 baht, but no, Aladdin, those are 100 baht.
No, I always want. I'm willing to pay.
For Godzilla,
I'm willing to pay
120 baht.
I'm willing to pay 60 cents more to watch it on a screen that's twice as much, guys. It's not a big deal for me.
You know what? The biggest screen is not 120 baht. It costs 140 baht, babe.
Now it's 140?
Yes.
Okay, well it averages out to be about 120
It tells
then.
me that you don't really care about the price.
For 20 baht, I don't care.
As long as you can see the movie what you want to watch.
Yeah. It's only 20 baht.
You have to be more price conscious.
No, babe, I am just so thankful that we only pay $3 a movie coming from America where I used to pay like
When I
13, 14.
Here, first time, movie was 80 baht. Cheapest time, 80 baht. Anyways.
There's inflation, but it's not a big deal to me. Okay, so we pay 120 times 4.
480.
480. That one's simple to do. But video games, okay, so video games will be 1600 baht, but I usually end up selling it for about 1000 baht. So I end up paying 600 baht. And before I was vlogging, I would probably play one video game every month, 2 months, 3 months. Let's just say on the high end, you buy one video game a month, every 2 months.
Inflation is hurting me over here.
So I would say 300 baht a month for video games.
Because everyone complain like we used it when they sell the posters on the street. They sell a small pack of sticky erase. It was 5 baht before, 10 years ago. Now it was 10 baht. If you go like somewhere a little bit clean and then nice, you're gonna pay 15 baht for the small pack of sticky erase that you said you had. So I guess it's everywhere the same.
What other entertainment costs do we have? Not much. Netflix.
My goodness, Netflix! You never pay for me, and you keep saying you trying to put on your expenses.
Netflix is 100 baht a month.
105 baht.
105.
105.
I'm not gonna put that 5.
Oh
I rounded up for a lot of other. 5 baht is so like it's not even 10 cents. It's like 5 cents. Okay. Netflix is about $3 a month because we split it with 3 other people.
Yeah.
Let's see.
420 baht or 40 basis that you can use.
Guys, I mean honestly, you get a massage once a month. You get a video game once every 2 months.
Your internet cost.
No, this is utilities.
Yeah.
No, we haven't gone to utilities.
Chris wants to know.
Okay. And then movies every week. And
you
Netflix.
don't need to summarize right now because anyway you have to summarize later on. Go for the
So
next.
that's about
next utility,
$40. Okay. Utilities.
Yeah.
So I actually pay internet bundled with TV bundled with unlimited phone, and I pay 800 baht a month.
Per month.
And the internet that I use is like the fastest one they offer. What is it like?
I don't
50,
know,
50, 50 download and then
Spotify?
25 upload.
Spotify 1,150 baht per month, Nick said. It's expensive, no? Spotify.
Well, some people really like music though.
Ah, okay, maybe, yeah, maybe.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
For a tenth of the
Free-
price, we
Free
Netflix. Oh my gosh, people could just survive off Netflix. I think there's just so much stuff on there.
music. Well, like, I don't know. Wait, you have to play from Spotify?
You don't have to, but it's good if you have it. If you
Right.
really like it.
Yeah, but I always play from YouTube, you know. Maybe they have a commercial. Yeah, that's true. But
Anyways, utilities.
I got 200 megabyte per second. Downloaded 100. Upload.
Let's just call it telecom. I pay 800 bundled together, and then electricity. I don't pay.
You know what? The Karmic the Max said I still subscribe to DVD Netflix.
Oh, I think he told me.
What is
Somebody told me
DVD
about it.
Netflix?
Netflix used to be a DVD service. Like, for a fee, they will mail you DVDs.
Oh.
And then, yeah. But I hear it's a really good deal.
How much are you paying for it? Is it monthly service?
I don't know. He probably pays more than us, though.
Let us know how much you pay for DVD Netflix. I never heard of.
They don't have DVD Netflix out here in Thailand. But if you want to be Netflix cheapster, the way to go is splitting it with 3 other people.
$5 per month, babe.
Well, we pay 3 because we split it with 3 other people.
Yeah, and then now streaming right away. No need to wait.
It's better if it used to be we split with 5 people, or was it 4 people?
Four.
If you split with 4 people, then you get the 4K version. But then somebody dropped out, so.
$5 for 2 DVD.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You need to partner up with your coworkers.
Like Columbia House in 90s.
Alright, guys.
800 baht per month. That's outrageous, Jack said.
Alright, so electricity is about,
Hey,
average
Tweezy.
$1,600 a month?
And Tuzumu I don't know how to pronounce it.
What do we pay? $1,600 a month?
Wait, what?
Electricity.
Electricity? No, 2,500.
No, we don't.
April. Look at April. How much you spend. How much turn off the AC. And then what did you do? What else did you do? I don't know. You have done something. Electricity.
I will let you know, guys.
Consuming activity in this room.
There is a reason that.
And then he has an offer a week. Maybe 2 weeks because it was so gone. And it's also freaking hot, so he wants to be inside the cool. And he's doing something like electricity consuming like activity. I don't know what he's doing, but 2,500. Never reached that high before.
Mine used to only pay. Okay, guys, I'll let you know. Mine used to pay about 800 baht a month.
Not minimum. That is a maximum. I pay like 550 to 600 per month for electricity.
I wonder how much Nick pays. Nick is a working guy too. But my electricity consumption is somewhat abnormal.
This small room.
I usually have like 2 ACs turned on. I have 2 computers turned on at the same time.
Yeah.
One uploading or processing, another one I'm editing.
Yeah, and you play the games and
And while one is background rendering, I go to the TV and I watch Netflix in between. So then I have like 3 big things running.
Oh my gosh.
So it's actually higher than most people, but my is exaggerating. There was one time it was 2,500, but
Last month,
I would say we average about 1,600.
No, 2,000. Put it 2,000.
I'll give you
I
2,000.
never seen less than 2,000 last couple of months. It was only one time. It was a cool season, which is December to January. It was 9.
Okay, anyways, and since I'm doing my cost of living, which you won't have to do, I pay homeowners association dues. Actually, Mai does that.
Okay.
What is it? Every 3
Water
months.
bill.
Every 3 months, water bill is only like 400 baht, right? And then there's a big one that's about 1,600, right?
Is that
No, it's 6,000 every 6 months.
6,000?
Yeah.
Is that every 3 months?
No. Every twice a year you pay that 6,000, and then every 3 months you pay for water,
Okay.
which ends up being what, 400 was it? 500? How much was it?
Huh?
400 or 500?
Which one? The water?
Water.
Yeah, around 400, 500.
Yeah, water is only about 400, and then you add 6,000, which is about $200 every 6 months. Let's see, and then you divide that over 6. Let's see.
6,000, 1,100 baht per month.
1,100?
Per month.
Wait,
For the-
6,000 plus. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Oh, really? Yo! Yo! Shipping turns around used to be fast because of Netflix DVD building. It's like less than an hour from me. Okay.
Oh, HOA does come out to be quite a lot, actually. I don't know.
I still like owning DVD VR because you get to have behind the scenes director's commentaries.
Yeah, I'll just say 1,100 because I got parking included in there too.
So
I
turn
think.
around took about a couple of days.
Parking per month is only like $1, by the way, here
Okay.
for
We
motorcycles.
you know you talk about it. I like Pirate Bay, Chris said. Yeah, you like it.
I stopped downloading though because I have Netflix now. It's just,
But I want Chernobyl. I want to see. At first, I thought, oh, okay, Nick said for electricity bill. At first, I thought 1,000 baht per month
uh-huh.
would suffice. But last month was 2,200.
Really?
Yeah, but you were working on a daytime. Do you cook at home? If you cook at home, maybe it costs. I mean,
Babe, I think the price of electricity in Bangkok went up.
I mean, they raised the price though. Yeah, like a month or two, I guess.
See, she was always making me feel bad, like I'm spending more electricity, and I'm like, no,
But
I've
it's
always
true, babe. You are spending more electricity.
no, like
If you're working outside, you make a money and you can save the money.
now I don't even forget to not turn off the AC when I go to work.
Yeah, you used to do that many times.
Yeah, and then the electricity price went up still.
I made the statement one time: if you forget to turn off the AC, you pay me 500 baht or as a penalty. But he never paid me. He have done like 4 or 5 times, but he never paid me. Anyways, but now I think they closed the warehouse, and I get my DVD from warehouse in the next
Warehouse.
State. Oh yeah, warehouse. Warehouse, yeah. In the next state. So the turnaround takes a lot longer. The comic DVD Netflix. I never heard it. That's funny.
Yeah. That was back in the days.
Pirate Bay works. The very fast one. Not even. I always eat outside. Ironically, I recently bought a powerful fan to save electricity. Circulator, you mean?
I got a fan too. I'm selling it now. I mean, I got the fan and then I'm like, I'm gonna save electricity, and then I opened the window and then I started getting mosquitoes.
No,
So I'm
that
like, screw
fan
that.
sounds really make a lot of noise that I don't really like, you know. That is old fan. That's why I make a lot of noise.
It's not an old fan. It's a brand new fan, babe.
I mean, the old design, let's say.
I got a like more expensive retro looking fan made out of metal because I think it looks cool.
That is not expensive.
It is expensive. It was like the most expensive one there, babe. You know that the normal price for that is like 2,000 baht, right? And I got it on like clearance for 1,000.
The ceiling fan is really good. Yeah, I know. Ceiling fan is perfect. But I don't like to having the air keep blowing to me. Actually.
I mean, nowadays the ACs out here though, they have the inverters. I don't think it's that. It's not worth it. Just use the AC.
Yeah, I agree, Mayu. It does make noise. Thai made fans make a lot of noise. I miss Japanese fan. It doesn't make noise at all. You can sleep with a silence. And I mean in the summertime, I don't need to turn on AC. I just turn on the fan, and then keep the window open with a screen.
I don't know. To me, there's something soothing, like the air, the fan noise. It's soothing to me.
Okay, I got nice heat pump. Gave up on fans. Canada is cold this summer though. Canada is cold. He doesn't get a fan. Heat pump. But I miss the heat pump thing in winter in Thailand though. Like Christmas season, it gets cold.
Yeah.
Ceiling fan is good. Yeah, I really like it. Talking about water bill, can you drink the water from the tap in your condo? Last week we talked about it. No, we cannot drink it.
I'm thinking, is there any other cost that we have?
You spend a lot of money for those jerseys. I'm thinking you buy more than me. Consistently you buy something. Go to Uniqlo, purchase something. Go to sports center, no sports center. Super Sports, buy jersey. Go to Nike outlet, buy sneakers. Like you constantly keep buying some new items, more than me.
That is true. That is true.
Yes. Recently, I stopped buying because I wanted to get certain items that I need for my exercise. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, this doesn't go into cost. This goes into miscellaneous costs.
How about the gears, Ethan?
Gears?
Gears not include this calculation, even.
Yeah. No, it's so variable. The gear purchase and the clothing. But like clothing, I probably spend about. Lately, I've been spending more.
On what?
On clothing.
Yeah, I guess so. But okay, because last time when you went to Korea, how much clothes did you buy?
For the clothing in Korea, like I usually.
It's cheaper though.
It's really cheap. Like.
And then compared to the quality.
I got like 10 items, like $10 each. No, it was like 15 for pants and then $10 for like linen shirts. I know I spent less than 100. Usually that's enough for me to like stay trendy. Like in Korea I buy trendy, like in trend kind of clothing items, and that usually lasts me a year or two. But here in Thailand, usually the pieces I'm getting are like performance clothes.
Like $10 to $15. You're not gonna pay over the $15. If you find $4.90, you will consider it. But if you find $3.90, okay, I'm gonna get it. $2.90, no, I definitely.
It depends on what it is. Like t-shirts, I will never buy a t-shirt for more than 200 baht.
No, the Nike t-shirt last time you bought
That's Nike performance t-shirt.
But the BS one, skateboard one, SB one, skateboard one, it's not the performance.
That is performance,
casual,
babe.
Casual
it's dry fit.
Like a Julian.
It's dry fit.
Was it dry fit? No, it wasn't.
It's dry fit. It's dry. It's dry fit, babe.
It's a regular one.
That was okay. Anyways,
Okay, we talk about it. I have to do the laundry.
basically about
It's
I
stinky.
spend about $10 per shirt.
Everyone, sorry. Let me pass Julian from. the
Lately,
camera.
I've been doing this because the problem is in the beginning, I used to think I want to buy clothes that I just wear and throw away, but I realized I can never get myself to throw stuff away. It's just not me. Like, I still have the cheap t-shirts I bought from 2, 3, 4 years ago. And then I'm like, I want to minimize and get performance clothing that I'll wear more often. And then I just ended up buying a bunch. Ah, stupid me. Anyways, I would probably say I spend about $20 on average a month on clothing. But lately, I've been probably spending about 30. Yeah. So, and this could be variable though. You may spend more or less. But I wanna, yeah. I mean, there's certain months though, like all of a sudden you'll need to get shoes, and then that'll be like $50, you know. So it's hard to average it.
This is not dry fit.
Wait.
It's not dry fit, Mr.
Babe, this is a very special t-shirt. It's inside out, so you can't tell.
It's just regular cotton t-shirt, not the dry fit.
No, it's a special cotton, you know it.
I know it's cotton.
No,
but
it's...
it's not dry fit. Okay, it doesn't matter how special the cotton is. This is not dry fit, and you pay 490 baht.
No, it's very
Your
different,
statement
babe.
is wrong.
It's very different. It's very different.
Different because it's Nike. No.
No, it's not because it's Nike. I never get regular Nike shirts. So, generally, if it's a t-shirt, the only ones I get are like super dry. If you ever felt a super dry t-shirt, you know like the material I'm talking about. It's cotton, but it's like this soft, fluffy one. So, I didn't know about super dry. One time I got these super dry t-shirts, and I would only wear those because it feels so good. And then I went to Korea, and in Korea the Levi's t-shirts were like that. So I got 2 of those. You'll probably see me wear it in my vlogs. Like I have this red one that I wear particularly. I stopped wearing it lately, but I keep wearing that, you know, even though I have other t-shirts. So then I only tend to buy those soft, fluffy ones. And that was like the first one anyways, it is what it is. I can't really think of any regular cost of living thing though. So altogether, I'm at $10,230. Alright? This sounds about right because that is about 340, 50. Let's just round up and say $350 goes towards my cost of living. And this cannot reflect how much it would cost you because I don't have to pay for rent. But I do know that if I was to rent this exact condo, it would probably be about $400 to $500. So let's just average it to say $450. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. $800. And I ever since I started working here, I have never dipped into like my savings account in America, which I have like emergency funds of a few $1,000s. I've never had to do that. So I've always managed to stay within that $500 a month sort of budget of what I make from teaching English part-time. But I usually don't save that much more. I mean, the extra $200 is what goes towards purchasing like my gear and the trips we take. So after I save that extra $200 for over 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, that's how we, go on our little 1 or 2 week trips to Taiwan or Taipei and all that. And it doesn't cost as much because the plane tickets, they're really cheap. We usually don't pay more than $100 each way, like $200 round trip. So yeah, like that's the biggest expense, the flights. And then when you see us traveling and eating, we generally eat like local foods and such, and we probably stay under $10 a day for eating and expenses. And then like hotels, between me and Mai splitting it, we end up spending about $10 to $15 each on lodging. So we probably end up spending about $25 each a day. So that's sort of how I live out here. Now, is this gonna be for everybody? No. I'm sure there's other expenses here. So I could tell you the big variances that you'll have in your cost. By the way, before I go into the big variances of the costs, I'm going to open up. Someone call us, please, so that you can mention, I can do your cost of living, what it would probably cost you to live out here, because you'll see that there's going to be huge variances off of this, because especially in transportation and entertainment, you're going to have a lot of variances. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. Mai's not here, so I'm not seeing what the comments are. Oh, here we go. Alright. Nicholas, so you have to buy bottled water then. Yep. Ottawa has great tap water, but I still use charcoal filter. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Yeah, but one lens is 1 month's eat out. If you guys want to talk about my gear, basically all of my YouTube earnings goes to gear.
Julian is back.
Between all of my Patreon and all of my YouTube monetization, I probably get about 200. When I have a really good video, maybe it could go up to $250. That literally goes all to gear.
Call us. By the way,
one tripod is I mean
6,000 baht.
No, it's not. I try to buy it cheap,
2,000.
Yeah, 2,000 baht. But it's I have to save up, and 6 months of saving up will go to one thing. So this latest camera I got, even with the discount that my sister gets and everything, it's close to $1,000. If I get lenses, I've been getting manual lenses because automatic ones are expensive. I got them used in Japan. Each one costs $60. And there's other costs the software I got for Final Cut, that was $200. I mean, I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
Almost.
I'm just buying there's a lot of gear, this thing that allows us to live stream, the thing that converts this video signal into an HDMI, a USB signal out to that can stream this video card. That costs $180. It's it just goes away. So but this is what makes me happy, learning how to make videos, a gimbal. The gimbal that makes the thing steady is
communicate with our subscribers.
is it $600, $700? so I have to like save up for 3 months. So it's a lot of cost, and but I think I don't know. I keep saying I think I'll spend less, but I don't.
Yeah, I feel you're always looking for something new. Today you asked me to find what do you call that, to check the haringer.
Yeah,
Your
like
hearing.
a MIDI controller. I mean, I asked
That
her.
costs $55.
Yeah, it's $55. Basically, you know, I do a lot of edits on Lightroom and such, so it's a MIDI controller with knobs, so I can quickly edit do the color corrections with the knobs instead of, doing 3-4 button clicks for each clip. But I think that might be the best $55 I would probably spend, because I'm in front of the editing screen so much. If I could spend, oh my gosh, if I could just even shave 10% off my editing time, I would spend, I think even if I spent $1,000, it'd be worth it. Just cutting 10% of my editing time with $55. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give it a try. But yeah, camera gear is expensive, guys. So if you pick that hobby up, oh my gosh, probably, yeah. It would probably be cheaper to go to Soy Cowboy every week and whore around and drink beer every night. Yeah. Let's see. KonMari method was fun. It was my daughter's Oh, KonMari. How is Chris talking about KonMari? I recently got into this KonMari thing.
Marie, I guess Marie, yeah.
Yeah. Cali stuff is all that phablet. Canada doesn't have them. Different market. It doesn't last quite as long, but I'm always better in the heat. I got one of the inline charcoal block filters from Lowe's that has the little tap beside the sink filters. Last 9 months. Mayu, I think, uses something similar to that. Right? Sensui? Is that the filter you have?
This is Clean Sui.
Clean Sui. Mayu uses something similar to that. But we only use it to cook with. Oh. Yeah, we use this kind of filter. Goes right next to the tap.
This one is not that expensive. The highest
It looks like this.
luxury one have like 15. Can you remove 15 chemicals? And then another 4 of them like filter it out or something. Yeah, it's good though.
In Asia, only Japan, Korea, and Singapore have drinkable tap water.
Singapore can drink water? Seriously? I don't think so. Singapore buys water from Malaysia, so they filter it by themselves.
They probably,
if
they're buying water, they wouldn't buy crap water, would they?
But Singapore doesn't have any water resources, you know?
That's why they buy it. They probably buy the good stuff.
I mean, buy for the life use, I mean, normal water. I'm talking about not the bottled water. Singapore government. When they have a problem between Malaysia and Singapore, always Malaysia bring this water problem. Do you want me to raise the price up? You know, then the Singapore say, that is what I heard from a Singaporean friend. Malaysia is always bring this on the table because the water is really important. But I don't know right now.
I don't know.
In Singapore, they have a big water tank that clean the seawater to the drinking water. You know.
Yeah.
But
I would believe that tap water in Singapore is drinkable, but
I didn't know that too.
That's what I would believe. But I definitely would believe Korea and Japan has drinkable water. Korea is known to have really good water. Japan is probably radioactive, but no different than eating meat or whatever else out there. So. Yeah, you can drink Sue Wu is saying that you can drink Singapore tap water.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
When I bought the water in Memberstream Singapore,
Hey guys, so call us and we can do your own cost of living. But I mean, now you can sort of see why I think if somebody says, you know, can you survive off $1,000 a month? I would say, yeah. You know, I don't think I necessarily live that frugal. That's just my opinion. You know, I'm not eating bad. You know, Mayu uses quality ingredients here. Most likely, your food cost is not going to be as much as mine because this is what sort of brings joy to my life. Eating good food every day. I look forward to Mayu's cooking every day, you know? So this is like a big part of how I enjoy. And the gear purchase and all that, and that's sort of what I enjoy doing, you know? But there's other people, I mean, if you're not into that as much and play video games, most likely they'll be going out and drinking, you know? Maybe even like paying for a girlfriend, you know? Because some girlfriends have maintenance costs. That's where it could get ridiculously expensive. The overhead cost probably isn't that much, but there's unexpected costs. Like dowry. People ask
No, dowry.
They all of a sudden want to get married. It doesn't seem expensive, and then all of a sudden you have to like cough up $50,000, $100,000 for dowry. That's when it could get unexpected. But let's see. Let me think of a scenario.
You should finish the food because I have a special dessert.
Dessert? Okay.
Dessert.
Okay, I should.
What I'm doing? Yeah, let's show what I get today. Because I don't splurge. But today I got bake. Cheese tart. Julian passing again. Julian. What it is this cheese tart is really expensive. It's really expensive. Please eat your baked cheese and you can eat the sweets. Yeah, and then I think baked from Japan. I got this one, 8 pieces for 240 baht. Is that expensive?
Yeah.
But
for me it is, but
240 baht for 6 pieces. But normally it costs 240, so 480 baht for 6 pieces.
But I believe it. These I've had one of these tarts before, and they taste really amazing.
Really good. So I splurged 240 baht today.
It's $1 each. Actually, for American Western standard, that's a good price. That's like probably a really good price.
A really good price, but
because I'm almost certain this is better than your average $1 tart that you'll get in America. Like it's,
yeah, it's much better. So I.
That's really cool. Does the tray open up like that when you open it?
No, they have. I don't know how to explain it. It elevates it. They have.
Wait, so this is cool. You should show that off. Like it's such good presentation.
I have to take a photo because I told my colleague that I'm gonna get today. Like.
Oh yeah.
And
wait.
It ends up
like
tomorrow.
this. So, this is the unboxing experience. Yeah, this is quite important. Alright, hold on. Just. Aww.
You close it.
Yeah, there was a sticker there. So she undid the sticker, and then just imagine she undid the sticker, and it comes out. Oink. Oink. Oink.
Dirty.
And. Ding. It's like I have a cheese tart shop now.
I have to take a photo and send it to my.
Now I'll sell it for $2 a pop. Make a profit.
So it's one piece 80 baht normally if you buy it.
Oh yeah?
One piece, 80 baht. Can you believe that? It's like
$2.50?
80 baht for
At
one
the end of the
piece.
day, it's only $2.50. But
But
yeah, considering I can get 3 for 90 baht at KFC.
yeah, that's why I'm saying it's if you're expensive. That's why I didn't get it. But splurge on it today, and I showed all Patreons. Yay! So I make a tea, and then enjoy the tart. What was that story? I remember what was that? What were you talking about? It's middle of the conversation. What was that? Their beef galil mandu is gali mandu is really good. Beef gali mandu. What is gali?
What's got it?
Their beef gali mandu is really good. Speaking of food,
Costco in the US have frozen mandu from Bibigo. Oh, really?
BB Go is good. I like it.
I think that was a typo. Beef kalbi. Beef
Okay.
ribs.
But beef kalbi mandu is really good. My aunt is sick. LOL. You're talking about some aunt.
Who's wrong?
Throw that SIM card away. Start over. I don't follow the story. Yes, you can drink Singapore tap water. I don't think Singapore is rich enough to desalinate the seawater. Yeah, they have a big, huge tank. Water tank. Like shore area, like seaside area. Yeah. What was the name? What was I talking about? Survive is not fun though. Luxury on the cheap since I'm just middle class. Crazy. Speaking of food, at Costco in the US have frozen mandu from Bibigo. Yeah, Korean. Their beef kalbi mandu is really good. My aunt is sick. Crazy. Throw the SIM card away. Start over. There is always a long queue everywhere for cheese tarts. in like back in like 5-6 years ago, there's not many cheese tart shop in Thailand. They don't have a bake. They don't have a pagro. They don't have another shop called tart something from like Hokkaido milk. And then big cheesecake, like fluffy cheesecake from Osaka, Nikuro Oji-san no cheesecake. It's from, of course, from Japan, but I found it in Taiwan. In the grocery of the department store. So I bought 3 of them at a time. One for me, one for my friends, and one for my colleagues, right? Bought from Taiwan. And they're really impressed. Like, oh, is this from Taiwan? And like, yeah, I bought from Taiwan, but actually originated from Japan. And then after that, they're having those cheese tart shops. So, oh yeah, there's a long queue all the time. That's true. Heard from French friend that recently there was a contest between Japan and French chefs for the best pastries. Japan won. Impressive. Pastries. Yeah, I guess pastries is good in Japan. They have like more varieties. They like adopt those different way of method of making pastries and then put those like Japanese traditional sweets kind of feel. Then they mix together.
I mean,
and then they do it in Korea too, no?
They do, but okay, so when I have this Korea versus Japan thing, because we always have it going on, I will generally argue, and I still stand by, overall, Korean electronics are probably better. Slightly. I would even say Korean cuisine as a whole, like your regular dishes and everything, I think it's still better. Is it as well executed? Possibly not, but just the whole presentation as a whole, the variety of the dishes that you'll eat, the price that they do it at, everything is just better, even health wise. But if there's one thing that I could definitely not argue against, I could even argue that Korean liquor is better because there's like crazy like advanced Korean liquors that Japanese don't have. But then I recently found out that the Chinese have even more advanced liquors than even Koreans. So, anyways. But one thing I cannot argue for is that Japanese pastries are just really good.
Oh yeah?
I think so because when it comes to pastries,
What?
it's such a luxury food. I can't argue because in Korea, yeah, you'll probably get it for half the price at about 80% of the quality. And I still think Korean pastries are much better than like American pastries. I think if I get American pastries, it's just usually too sweet and like I don't know, it's just too much frosting and sugar.
American pastry sucks.
I think so.
It's worse.
I mean, I would go to Vaughn's and then buy a cake for $25 and then Paris Baguette started to open up about 20 years ago. And then they had Paris Baguette in California, these Korean bakeries. It's like it's not even like a specialty one. It's a chain. And I had their yogurt cake, which was also $25, and I'm like, this blows my mind. It's like, and everybody I introduced that bakery store to never ever would ever buy anything American after that when it comes to pastries. But
it's from Taiwan, right?
But no. Paris Baguette is Korean.
You're talking about Paris Baguette at 25 something degrees.
85 degrees Celsius. Now there is
Why so low? 25.
25. I don't know why I say 25.
95.
Is it 85 or 95 degree? But it's like 85, 95 degrees Celsius.
25.
Very. That's.
Lukewarm.
There's people that will argue that 95 and 85 is better. Some people will argue Paris Baguette is better. 95 or 85, I keep forgetting. They're particularly well known for their sea salt coffee, which I have to say is really good. I don't really drink coffee, but I'll drink that.
Maybe there's no coffee in it.
It's possible, but it's not too sweet, and the sea salt is like... But then I will say that after that opened up, there's this other place, this Vietnamese chain that opened up called 7 Leaves, and then they made it even better than 85 degrees, 79 and 5 degrees. So... But as a whole, I sometimes like the pastries at 85, even though is not as like there isn't as many fruits and crazy things going on, because they turn over so much volume. The pastry itself is hot and usually fresh off the
Fresh
cooking.
off the oven.
Yeah, and
Oven.
no matter how great pastry is, if it's not hot and fresh, then like it could never taste as good.
Yeah.
But
Fresh
Japanese
pastry.
pastries, I will say, they taste good even when it's cold. They cook it. I mean, they bake it, and it's like I have to admit, Japanese. When it comes to pastries, I think you cannot like say, oh, there's a lot more variety. The cost factor is better. It just pastries are just pretty simple things. Like, look at this. How could you can't really complicate a cheese tart. It's just, like a Korean pastry actually probably would have fruit on it or something, right?
Maybe bigger.
And they'll make it bigger and they'll compensate. But when it comes to a cheese tart, it's just like, how good is that bite?
I feel this is big for me though. It's like, oh, it's big. Kind of impression to me.
Japanese people
For
do
cheese
pastries really well.
I mean, cheese for cheese
I have to admit that.
Many comment, man. Can you get those fluffy pancakes in Thailand? I heard it's trending in Japan and Korea. I understand that fluffy pancakes were invented in Japan. Yeah, they have it. They have it.
Yeah.
Let's go to eat it.
I think it's overpriced. Well, the last time I went, the lines were super long. So they had this one that was imported from Japan. So it's like a Japanese chain here at Siam Discovery. But now all the other Thai dessert stores are picking up on it and they're doing pancakes. In Korea, they're doing it.
But
as
it's
well, but not as much.
big as Japan. I guess.
Yeah, it's not as much. I've seen like some places do it, but
And that's a totally unbiased statement, Ethan. about your statement.
well, I obviously can't be biased when I'm saying Japan is better than Korea. Whenever I say that, you know it's completely unbiased. I would never say that. You'll see
Oh
that.
my god, he said, have you heard about of Beard Papa? They are known for their cream puffs. And oh my god, it's good. Holy.
Yeah.
Beard Papa is.
Beard Papa is good, but
What are you talking about? I don't know, I have one story. Those my Thai colleagues, they are really, they are get well paid. They are not poor, right? But normally they eat Thai food. And from since last month, when I work afternoon shift or like cover shift, this is what I suggest them to do. Let's order some Japanese food that I can recommend by Grab or Line Man. Deliver it to the hotel and then try the food with everyone and then rate about food, how good it is for the Thai people. And the first thing was Beard Papa. I ordered like 7 of them, I guess. Of course, we share it.
I don't know Bearded Papa was Japanese.
It's from Japan.
Really?
And then, everyone really impressed. I guess it was freshly come from the Terminal 21. Just 10 minutes drive, right? And the cream was still cold, but puff is really crispy. And then people really like it. All my colleagues like it. Last week, we did takoyaki. People like it though, takoyaki. They said they want to try the okonomiyaki too.
In my opinion, this is where I think Korean street food is better.
It's not. I'm not talking about street food.
Takoyaki is street food.
Okay, but beer papa is not street food. Anyways,
Bearded Papa is okay. I think it's good, but it doesn't compare to like these specialized cheese tarts or
cheese
like
this
the.
costs $80. Beer papa costs only $40.
Bearded Papa is sort of mass-produced stuff,
Half of
and I will say I like it. I mean,
It's
they
good.
they actually have it at CGV in Koreatown in LA. I used to go there all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean he get in New York?
I used to get it all the time, and I remember back then thinking this was the best thing ever. But then when I came to Thailand, because Thailand actually, it's one of the few places where actual Japanese franchises, like all the big ones, like Pablo and all of them will come and have a store.
But it's not shoe cream though.
No, but shoe cream is shoe cream. I think I've had Korean shoe cream that tastes about the same, But I've never seen Koreans replicate like this.
Okay, you really compliment this cheesecake.
Yeah, like this is where they shine, I think. And I'm sure there's other stuff that.
There is a beer papa in New Jersey, not New York, New Jersey.
But I'm sure based on this and also having like other like candies that Mayu brings, there's stuff that I'm not even aware of that I'm sure is really good in Japan, just because I just sort of scratched the surface. But when it comes to like Korean stuff, I pretty much have had all the pretty good stuff, I think, and it's like it doesn't really compare.
Chinese liquor is bile, scrubbing engines, or very bad breakups.
Very bad what?
Breakups.
Very bad breakups?
Oh wait.
What do you mean?
Chris said Chinese liquor.
Chinese liquor is vile.
Scrubbing engines.
Okay, so I like the average stuff you can get. Chinese liquor, it's definitely probably the most inferior thing, but there is very, very high quality liquor that I didn't hear of until recently that costs a couple $100.
Korean liquor, you mean?
No, Chinese.
They use Korean. The rice, kind of rice. It's not rice. Is it rice? Korean. Korean is not rice.
I forget, but it's.
Yes, Chris.
It becomes.
Baiju is 52 degrees. Yeah. Baiju, white liquor. It's a white liquor.
I think Baiju is like the more common one. That's sort of. But then like I've heard of like I just recently found out like there's really really good liquor in China. But I think Korean liquor is pretty good, and it's sort of readily available, and each region of Korea and city has unique liquor. And what you have to know is, although soju is the most popular liquor in Korea, soju is the cheapest, worst liquor that Koreans have ever made. They made it like right after the Korean War when people were working hard and they wanted to drink but they didn't have a lot of money. So they created soju. But this soju pairs so well with Korean cuisine now, like when we eat like short ribs and such like that, that it's, I mean, now Koreans can afford better liquor, but they still like to drink soju because a lot of the foods like that we've created, it was created and paired with soju. So like even me, like I know there's better liquor out there, but I still crave like that really nasty liquor just because it's like when I have this kind of food it pairs really well with soju. So but like yeah, Korean like popju or like all these kinds of chews we call it, not they're really
Ju
advanced and
means
good.
liquor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soju, right? We have
No, so let's talk about
I
that.
have that.
You never stop. Fried curry bun owns me. Call me the
fried curry what?
fried curry bun.
Fried curry buns.
Curry bun. Deep fried curry bun.
We should probably eat the really
Oh,
expensive liquor that we have.
French pastry are still nice. You need real ingredients like butter. American food is all chemicals, Chris said.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Jack said it's not competition, just a different sensibility. I love curry buns. Have you heard of
You know, I can't really rate French cuisine though because I love French cuisine. Even like eating all you can eat French buffet at Paris in Vegas, I was blown away. I loved it. If I had it
it's
from
in Vegas still though.
I'm serious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if I actually went to France and had it cooked up by like a Michelin star chef,
Yeah.
I'm sure it would blow my mind.
Yeah, French food is good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it better than English food. That's for sure.
All processed food are oil and all processed foods and oils are bad, no matter what country it comes from. Yes, it is. Yes, Grace Baiju is 52 degree, but I feel it's too low. Lack of taste. Nick said. There is a Japanese neighborhood in New Jersey called Fort Lee. That's the only beer papa in New Jersey I know. But lately, Fort Lee is becoming Korean town. Korean manse.
I know that a lot of the
But what is Fort Lee? Lee sounds more like a Chinese or Korean, not really Japanese.
there's a famous general.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
It's
American
nothing
General
to
Lee.
do with
Oh.
Korean or Chinese. Just Lee. General Lee. Okay.
Lee is also a non-Asian last
Yeah.
name. Just as Moon.
I know. China may have some decent wine someday too. They bought some great vineyard in France, having problem with climate change. Took all the genetics to China 50 years. Watch out, Chris said.
I think the reason though that French wine is good is because not only just the genetics but the climate.
Yeah, that
Isn't
is
it?
what he said.
Oh, I thought you said watch out China. I don't think China could ever produce wine that's as good as California or anywhere from the Mediterranean region because, you know, Mediterranean climate only exists in the Mediterranean region and
Yes,
in
China
California.
might compete with wine in the long run, Nick said.
Well,
And
I don't think it'll ever be as good as French though. It can't be. The weather is important. Chinese weather is so extreme, isn't it?
They have many places have mild weather like France, I guess, because it's huge. And the area of New Jersey, there is a huge Japanese supermarket called Mitsuwa Market. Yeah, Mitsuwa is very famous.
Yeah, they have that in California too.
Oh, yeah. Bigger than Korean market?
No.
But
nothing
they have
compares
like
to Korean
like
markets.
Asian, not only Japanese food. I think you have general Asian food, right?
The Mitsuwa in the one there's one in Torrance and there's one in Costa Mesa, I think. But
I love food court.
they're all
Mitsuwa
Japanese.
Market.
Yeah.
Curry rice, ramen, udon, yum. He likes Japanese food.
I mainly went to Mitsuwa to get ramen as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's where
instant ramen. You mean?
no, like they actually have real ramen shops, you know.
You eat ramen, bowl of the ramen. You mean?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like Japanese style.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the cook Korean.
No, in Mitsuwa is they only use Japanese.
Real Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Not the fake Japanese food.
Yeah.
The resources they are pouring into it are amazing. I mean, I'm talking about that wine. Billionaires with genetics in small pockets, mountain ranges. I'm hoping it will work. Argentina and California have drinkable wine now. Chris said, drinkable, because he's from Canada. Canada is famous for ice wine.
My aunt is really into ice wine. I never had ice wine.
Canada still only cleaning engines. Ice wine is only produced in Canada, right? Because they have to freeze the grapes.
Well, the one that my aunt had was from Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it, so I wouldn't know. But
I guess this is what my
I'm not
Canadian boyfriend told me.
I'm not
Proudly present Canadian ice
Oh,
wine.
yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not a wine connoisseur, but you know, I'm in California, so wine is just readily available everywhere, and just like even the $10 wines that we would get, it just blows away anything like
Thai wine.
not even Thai, because here most of the wine is imported from like Chile or Australia, and like anything that you can get for less than $100, it doesn't compare to even a $10 wine from California. So I just stopped drinking it. It's just I feel ripped off, and I'm not a wine connoisseur, and I could still tell that it's better in California, you know. So I just stopped. Drinking wine out
ice
here.
wine is the Ontarian Peninsula.
I don't know.
You
I'm
say.
curious about this. I want to try this ice wine. My aunt is all crazy about ice wine.
Yeah, freezing makes it drinkable. Crazy. I heard that the New Jersey Mitsuwa market has tuna carving. I guess every single those big Japanese market have tuna carving performance.
Are we gonna eat this, babe?
You can have it, of course. The crazy expensive tuna, they have guys carve it up for the customers. They make it crazy expensive. I guess you can purchase it at the same time. What are you doing?
Zoom in.
Zoom what? Zoom in for what? Your arm is too short, baby. Can you please do it on the plate? You were doing it on my knee. That means you're gonna break all the crust on my knee.
But this is where it's focusing.
Look at this. She said, "Have a good day." So cute.
And don't move your knee.
Ice wine is from the Ontarian Peninsula.
Oh, look. Whoa. So the top looked wet, but inside
It's crisp.
it's very fluffy.
Before they bake, I think they put the egg yolk on it. Not egg yolk, white egg on top. People can see it, babe. Best dog I saw of Ontario Vintar on his estate. They asked how his wine tastes, and he said he hadn't drank any in years, but when he did, he did say it was getting better. I've been
what is
drinking
this spot here?
wine since I was 5. I don't really like drinking anything else.
Who,
Chris.
Nick?
Chris.
Chris?
Chris like a Viking.
Oh yeah? He only drinks wine?
And I've been drinking wine since I was 5.
Out of a horn.
Biking? Yeah, it's like a biking. Not biking. Is that biking? Not pirates. Biking, right?
I don't know. What do Vikings drink? They probably drink wine, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, you drink wine when I was 5. Yeah. Tuna.
Oh.
You like it?
Oh.
We haven't had this good pastry for a long time since.
Do I like this more or the one from Soho better?
Soho.
Remember? The egg tart from Soho. Hong
Huh?
Kong.
That is egg tart. This is cheese tart. It's totally different thing, babe. What are you talking about? Don't
They're tarts.
mix with the tart, cheese, and egg. And this one is tart. It's not the really what do you call it? What do you call it? The pies. When we have it in
It was
Hong
flaky.
Kong,
Yeah.
Soho one is flaky. It's pie crust. This is cookie crust. Nude wine. Sometimes honey meat.
Oh man, this is like. How can I say this?
How you? Sometimes honey. Sometimes honey.
Honey meat? I don't know.
Honey meat.
I don't know what that is.
Chris.
I don't know what honey meat is.
Chris. He's not drunk, but he doesn't know what you mean.
But basically, what I can say is, you know, like a big piece of Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, condense that goodness into this small piece. I mean, basically, eating that one whole piece of cheesecake is equivalent to one bite of this. You're getting that much flavor and aroma, but in a very, a much more fluffy, like it's airy kind of. So
This cheese part is really airy.
yeah.
It's not. Some cheesecake is really dense. You know, really tastes like you're biting into the cheese.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this one
like
is really airy. Yeah, it
like
is.
Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. It's like you're eating, but then this is just all of that flavor is combined in this little essence.
It's not only the cheese. You can taste like rich milk flavor too. Unlike Chinese who don't like sweets too much, ice wine would sell in Thailand. Nick said. Would sell in Thailand. For instance, Chinese don't eat cheesecake.
Oh,
I guess new generation, younger generation, they eat cheesecake.
oh yeah. What's it called? Chinese don't eat cheese or something, right?
Yeah, the older and the elders, they don't really eat cheese, but I guess new gen eat the cheese. What are you doing? Are you okay? You standing. Can you put those into the sink? And put water in it because I have to wash it, babe. Thank you. Chinese don't eat cheesecake. I eat cheesecakes. My Chinese best friend, she loves cheesecake, especially from Japan. Yeah. Yeah, last time I had a cheesecake with her, I guess, a few months ago, I guess. When you were doing the Subaru shooting, she bought cheesecake for me. Remember?
Your Chinese friend?
Yeah.
I-
She likes cheesecake.
I don't know. I never even met her in person, babe.
Yeah, but when you were doing Subaru shooting, remember?
Oh,
I
yeah,
met
yeah.
her place, and then she bought me a cheesecake. She prepared a cheesecake for me, but
Oh, I didn't know
she
that.
likes it, and
Oh.
then I know she know I like it. She bought from not the baker, she's from somewhere else anyway.
In Vegas?
Bake. Not
Bake?
the baked cheesecake. It was maybe pop or something. I remember.
Oh, okay. By the way, the name of this place is called Bake. I'm like, of course, cheesecakes are baked, babe. It's Cab. Why is it called Cab? Cab Bake.
B-A-K-E.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I don't know. They
Yeah,
have to be on the right hand side though. So you gotta read backwards.
Bake.
Bake.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is bucket?
Bake. Baka.
Nothing to do.
I don't know. Cab. Cab, that's what I see. Cabe.
It's been educational. Good night.
Oh, Nick? Yeah.
You feel well.
Yeah, I gotta now edit too. Gotta wrap up, guys. I guess I'm not gonna be able to do somebody else's cost of living.
Huh? How much is that in there?
Basically, it ends up being about $350.
Per month?
Yeah.
How much did you put for your own expenses, like your clothes?
Well, and then you can figure it out. I only make about 500, so it'd be 150. But then that 150 doesn't really go to just clothes. Like I estimate, I'm probably spending about.
That's it in US dollar, Chris.
Yeah.
In US dollar.
In US dollars, I spend 350, right, on the fixed cost, and then the rest is my camera gear, and my what's 300? Because 10,230 baht. Hey Siri, what is 10,230 baht in US dollars? So it's $331. So I have 160-70 between all our trips that we take to like Hong Kong or whatever. I pretty much save that money because the flights usually cost us about 150 on average. Like Korea is more expensive, so it's like 200 round trip. But Hong Kong is more like 160, and places that are closer like Singapore will probably be like 120 round trip. So we spend about that for flights, and then the other 2 months I probably save for like our daily costs. So it's about if we split it up, we spend about $10 to $15 per person a night on lodging. And then we're very frugal during the day, so we probably spend about $10, maximum $15 a day on food and transportation.
Chris said, I spend that on Costco. Curse you, Costco.
Seriously, I remember like whenever I go into Costco, it's $140. It used to be like that for me too.
But
yeah.
when we go Korea, we spend like that much.
Well, Korea our
Maybe
Korea
more.
trips tend to be very expensive because
buy-
we buy like 2 years worth of groceries, like seasonings and
A year, that's all.
2 years because our last Korea trip we didn't go back for another 2 years.
But it didn't last 2 years then.
It doesn't last 2 years. Yeah.
Seaweed lasts just like 3 months.
We still have some seaweed left over.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about last time.
Yeah.
Fun.
But there's certain things that will last a long, like our noodles. I still haven't finished the noodles. Yeah.
I feel like.
Like the grains, like shouldn't have. I should have kept it in a freezer. I can't even use it. So. Yeah, our Korea trips. That's where we do a lot of grocery shopping. And Mayu does a lot in Japan, but she probably now buys what she can in Korea because she realizes it's much cheaper in Korea.
And then more portions.
Yeah, and you get bigger portion. The quality is probably about 90-95%.
80%.
What about honcho?
Honcho. Yeah, I mean honcho. I know the fruit vinegar. We have it in Japan, but I didn't see the grapefruit. Grapes flavor. So it's new. I don't like it.
Yeah, pretty much all my YouTube earning goes to
hot
gear.
dog too.
And then whatever $170 I have left over a month, it goes to our trips. That's how I live my life. But there's going to be big variances, like in transportation. For example, I could tell you before I used to drive my motorcycle, I was spending almost 100 baht each way going to and back from work. So that's $3, $6 every time I travel to and back. I would do that 3 times a week. So that would be 6 times 3, 18 times 4, 40. Shit, I forgot. 32? Oh my gosh. My brain is now definitely not as smart as it used to be, I know this.
When you work in a bank, you always have numbers in your
No, that's when it started becoming bad because I used to have a calculator at a bank. And actually, my job doesn't require me to add at a bank. As strange as it sounds, I sell stuff. I don't really add stuff. I was on a teller.
Do you know how to use those
No, I don't know. I don't know the Chinese stupid
Oh
stuff.
yeah, you don't know that.
I don't
It's
know.
really convenient if you know.
I don't know. I know how to
Like-
program like quadratic formula into a graphing calculator. That's just, like it's useless information. All right.
Useless.
Yeah. Hey Siri, what is 18 times 4?
18 times
72.
4 is 70.
$72 a month on transportation, just going
That's-
to and back from work.
What? Just 3 days a week. No,
I didn't realize. Wait,
I-
did I do that right?
I spend less than that per month.
3, and then yeah, 3 going and 3 coming back, and then so that's 6 times 3 times a week times 4 weeks, $72. Oh my gosh, I spend 70 baht a week.
Right now.
But just, I mean, not even counting going around to the mall, if I have to ever go to the mall, or, I mean, okay, let's say we go to the mall. Let's say we take the condo shuttle. That's what? How much is it now?
20.
20 baht? 20, we would have to go back and forth at least 4 times a week. 4 times 20, 80.
Well, you have to go 4 times, by the way.
Movie day, and then we usually go out for another day to like roam around Bangkok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we gotta get to the mall to get on the subway,
Okay.
right? So that's 80
Mhm.
a week
Mhm.
times 4.
320. 320.
Yeah, 320 baht, which is about another $10, $11. Jeez. And then we probably will take a taxi to like Yaowarat Road or what, and this could get very expensive. It could be like $12 each time we go somewhere far. Let's just average $10 a week. Plus 40. $123 on transportation alone. That's what we would spend if I didn't drive a motorcycle. So I mean, you guys could see why. I mean, a lot of people are like, it's so dangerous. Why? It's like it saves a lot of money, and number two, it saves a lot of time too. Because when I used to take, I would have to wait for the taxi, get to the MRT, get on the MRT, and then transfer at the BTS and get like that. It would take me minimum 1 hour. Now when I take a motorcycle, it takes me like 15 minutes. So I'm saving like an hour, 30 minutes off my commute every like 3 days a week, which is huge. Like it makes me far less tired, you know? So, I mean, there's definitely risks, but this is the risk I sort of have to take. It's a huge savings if I was to take taxi and stuff. Oh my gosh. How much do I pay right now? I pay I pay roughly about $26 a month. I would be paying $123. And that's only working 3 days a week. Well, actually, but that's considering we're usually traveling around and doing stuff. So, yeah, that's like a 5-day commute, based on a 5-day commute. So this is why it is beneficial sometimes to pay an extra, even $50 to stay very close to your work. So if it's like literally right on the Sukhumvit line BTS because you only have to take one train, then this would this would significantly go down because every time you have to transfer from BTS or MRT, the two train systems, you're paying double the amount. So, this is why it's important to be right on the train station. Like, if since I'm not right on the train station, I have to either take a taxi or take a motorcycle to the train station. That already is $1 every time I go and $2 every time, and it adds up. So every day I'm paying $2. That's 3 days a week, $6, and then 4 times. That's $24. You know, you might as well just pay an extra, $24, $50 and save yourself the hassle and the money by staying closer to the BTS, MRT. And, this is an obvious calculation for Thais who would live here, and that's why these condos near the MRT and BTS fetch such a premium. Another calculation I can do for you. So there's like people that literally, I see guys go out and drink every freaking week. This is a very common pastime. It seems like there are people who like to play video games, just do, sort of normal daily life stuff, and there's a lot of people that literally go out, get a bottle one day or another day at least drink 3 beers, It doesn't seem like much. You're just going out for the weekends. You're in Bangkok after all. But let's say that's your lifestyle. You go once a week, you get a bottle, you split it with your friend, a bottle and with mixers and everything. Let's say you do it on the cheap, it's like $100. You split it with 2 or 3 other guys. Let's say, it's like $30. That's actually, you probably spend more than that. And then let's say you start buying 3 bottles of beer, which is like 120 to 200, but let's just say on average 150 baht. 300, 450, let's say $15. So your alcohol expenditure per week would be about $45. It's pretty marginal actually. Times 4, $180. That's more than transportation cost, and as close to my whole grocery cost a month. So I don't really drink, guys. So I save a lot of money. Like people who smoke cigarettes, there's such a huge tax on cigarettes out here. I don't even know how much it is, but it's really expensive.
95, I guess.
95
Cheapest one.
per pack.
Thai logo brand. Like Marlboro costs like 125.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive.
So about $3 a pack. I don't know.
But I never seen the foreigner smokes. I'm not foreigner. Sorry, Thai logo smokes Marlboro. They smoke like.
They
Thai-
just smoke the cheap one. It's so
the cheap
expensive.
one,
Yeah.
cheap one.
Like $3 times, I don't know, some people smoke a pack a day.
Yeah.
That would be expensive. I mean, if it was, and you'd spend $100 roughly a month. But let's just say you do a conservative 2 packs a week. 3 times 2 times 4. 25. It's not too bad. But I mean, smokers, they end up paying a lot out here too. What are some other variances that I see common? I just had something in mind.
Coffee.
Oh, coffee. Starbucks is like the most expensive out here. Well, let's just say you have to drink coffee every week, every day, at least the weekdays when you're out working or out. Coffee is one of those things that's just even more expensive out here than in America. So let's just say you spend conservatively $5, but you probably spend more than that for coffee. 5 times 5 times 4, that's another $100. Yeah, I mean it could add up really fast. Just
You
these
can
little.
just buy cheap coffee on the street. You don't need to go to Starbucks every day.
You don't need
There are a
to.
lot of coffee places right now. Even like a local shop, they have really good beans sometimes.
But even cheap coffee, I don't see. Even McDonald's coffee is $2, babe.
Yeah, but that's the
Amazon,
coffee.
how much is Amazon coffee? It's probably $3-4.
60. Maybe it's just Americano, and just black coffee, like 55 baht.
Well, maybe you'll spend $50, half of the $100.
Maybe.
But these kinds of things can start adding up. These are
What I would say Thais consider luxury items that a lot of Westerners would consider basic necessity, like coffee.
Coffee. Thais drink coffee every day. It's not luxury, right? Everyone drinks coffee every day. Always order coffee from outside.
But Thai coffee is very different. It's
Yeah,
like
or some bubble tea. Those girls have a bottle everywhere they go with like bubble tea or
bubble tea is cheap as hell though. Like I buy it for $1. 35 baht, 40 baht at
because
Siam.
you're eating a cheap one.
Okay, maybe some people buy expensive ones.
Yeah.
But no, I like the Thai girls that you talk to are like Bangkok Thai girls that are like, if you see,
coffee is not luxury for a Thai girl.
I think I don't think they don't like the people that work at like your average like Thai that like works at a food cart or like just those kinds of people don't really, I don't see them going around with coffee and stuff all the time. It's like maybe Thai iced tea, which is $1, but they like that they get at the street market, but they're not getting it done from like a barista or somewhere. You know, you would have to spend at least 100 baht for like decent coffee, even if it's cheap. And 100 baht is pretty much is more than the price of a meal out here. It doesn't even sort of make sense. I mean, your average like Thai meal.
I don't know what you're talking about the average right now.
Like
you're talking average like food court, the people who clean the food court and stuff.
no, not even that average. Like let's say you just go to Tesco or Tops, the food court. That's where generally you see most of the local Thais eat, right? They don't even eat at Food Republic. That's like still, I only see like very like people in business suits and stuff eat there. But like your average Thai, they tend to eat at like Tesco or like Big C or the Tops food court, right?
Okay.
And what do we usually spend? At most 60 baht, right? And then if you go to Amazon Coffee, that's $3. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's one of the reasons I don't drink coffee. I just think coffee is just ridiculously overpriced. It's just like it's just as expensive or even more expensive than someone who smokes, in my opinion. So I never picked up drinking coffee. So I'm one of those people that thinks coffee is crazy. But yeah, I mean these kinds of things will start adding up. So it doesn't seem like much because it's only like $100. But you guys see my total expenditure per month is $320. So just picking up one of these hobbies almost like is like an extra 30% increase in your costs. Drinking, going out every Saturday, Sunday or Friday, Saturday alone is gonna be another like 60% of your expenditure on top. So I don't know what people would consider like normal life in Bangkok or Thailand. So when I first came here, I used to go out like 3-4 times a week to the clubs, and I would find ways to relatively be budget friendly, but still I would spend about that much. At least 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you no matter how cheap you are, you have to spend at least about $10 every time you go out. And that's not including the transportation costs, because you got to take a taxi. That's like, even if it's close, you're paying like $6. These things add up. It's gonna. So, I don't know. I hope this sort of makes sense. Like, there's gonna be these huge variances in cost because a lot of these hobbies aren't necessarily in line with what you would expect with how cheap other things are. Let me see here. Hold on. I spend that on Costco. Alright, anyways, I think this is pretty much the end. I don't see any more comments. Does anybody else want to sort of have any other questions about any costs that they're interested in before I wrap up? If not, it's all good. But overall, I think if you came out here, because most of the people who come out here, they seem to be on like $1,500 US monthly budget. That's sort of about, I guess, what it is, because considering Social Security benefits, whatever little savings you have, I think generally people retire with about $1,500 US income on a month. I think it's still very doable, because if you didn't work like me, it would save a lot on the transportation costs and also the lodging, because you wouldn't have to live so close to the city center and have to pay $400 or $500 per lodging. You can get literally the exact same amenities just further away from the city, probably $250 to about $300. So these are things that you would save more than what it costs for me to live out here. That's why I feel relatively safe, even telling someone that's on $1,000 US budget like I am, that they would be able to survive out here. Well, 1,000 without owning a condo. That's roughly what it would cost me, because my condo is about 400, 500 if you have to rent it. So overall, I just sort of feel, I think you can make it if you have about 1,000. Some guy asked me, did he say he graduated college, or he's just right out of college, and he wants to come out here with $500, and he just wants to be very frugal, and he thinks he's one of the most frugal people, and all he wants to do is just be able to come out here and go to co-working and do his online side gig and try to grow that. And he said 500. That's when I was sort of like, if you don't own a condo and you're at $500 US in Bangkok or even in Chiang Mai, it's doable, but then it starts becoming hard. It becomes like your lifestyle would be so secluded and so frugal, I wouldn't see the benefit of living out here necessary,
You're not gonna enjoy your life out here.
Yeah, I don't think you could really enjoy off of $500 US. But is it possible? Yeah, because like a college grad, with no particular specialty, they're probably starting off at about 15,000 baht a month on salary. How much do your hotel workers make, babe?
Around 15,000 to 18,000. But now those new government try to push up new grads, you guarantee getting 18,000 per month.
Oh.
They want to make a law like that.
So I mean, right now it's about 15,000 15,000 baht, which is exactly how much is that? Hey Siri, how much is 15,000 baht in US dollars?
500.
486 to be precise. So yeah, they're surviving off of less than 500 US dollars. These are college grads, and working at a very reputable hotel or something. And if you're just like a high school grad and you're like a manager at For example, Tesco Lotus, like a big chain out here or whatnot, they're surviving off of 900, 1200 baht, so $300-400. So, like, I can't say it's not possible. It definitely is possible, but I don't know. You would have to really, really be frugal, and even if you think you're frugal for a Western standard, the way that they survive is far more frugal, I think, you know? So,
They take the bus.
yeah, they would take a bus, and actually if you take the bus, how much is it, like 12 baht or something?
Yeah.
It's like 30 cents to go pretty much anywhere if you take the bus.
No, not 30 cents, 40 cents.
40 cents?
Yeah.
I heard they raised it.
And they raised it, now 13 bucks.
I mean, guys,
AC bus is 15 bucks.
like how penny pinching Thais could be is that they recently announced that there was going to be like a 16% increase in bus fares, right? So basically something that would cost like 16 baht would be like 20 baht or something. 4 baht difference. And there was a bunch of protests. I read it in the Bangkok Post. And people are saying, you know, this is absurd, you're hurting the working people. It's something that I can't even sympathize with as a Westerner, because it's like, you're paying 4 baht more per a bus ride. But if you think about it as a percentage, it's a huge amount. 16 baht to like 20 baht.
Every Thursday was free before.
Every Thursday was free before?
No AC bus, yeah. Free ride.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like every other bus, there would be a bus that has no AC and it used to be free. So a lot of this is going away. And that's why you hear a lot of the locals starting to complain that it's really, really hard for them to live in Bangkok, which is probably the truth, because 300 to 500 US dollars, that is such a small budget. But that's when you're starting to have to like be like really local. So you could imagine with 1,000 US dollars, you're living a relatively comfortable life. I mean, if you compare it to American or Western standards, it might not be as good. You're staying in a small condo or whatever, but it's a comfortable life, and I like it because I don't really feel pressured to have to upgrade this life. Like, I don't feel like if I was living in a small condo like this in America, then it's like people would be just like, oh, why do you live in such a small place, and you'd be getting compared with the Joneses and such. But here, you're not. Like, I'm considered living a comfortable life, so it helps me stay more thankful about my position and not have to splurge as much as I would have to in America. And I mean, even though you can take the kid out of the America, you can't take America out of the kid. So, like, that's why Mayu's saying if we go shopping at the mall, like once a week I'll buy like a t-shirt or something. She thinks that that's absurd, that I just buy too much clothing or whatever. Which like to me is like, really? Because back in the States I would buy like so much stuff, you know? I would spend probably about $100 a week on just like, buying clothes or whatever little gadgets to help me stay happy.
Because you have money at the time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But actually, even compared to the amount of money I had in America as a ratio, here I still spend less. I'm really frugal out here. But compared to like what Mayu or maybe a local would spend, it's still pretty much splurging, And
Maybe
and I
you should
feel,
compare to local.
and then if anything, I start getting I start feeling guilty for even spending, buying a 200 baht, like a $6 t-shirt. I'm like, oh darn, I'm buying something that's useless. So it makes me think twice about getting stuff out here. So that's why I end up spending far less. So somehow I end up having more disposable income. Even though I'm living paycheck to paycheck, I don't really feel that as much as I did back in the States. Like, I'm not as nervous. I don't know if it makes any sense. So that's what I can say about that. And, oh man, I was about to eat this. Is it okay if I eat the third one, babe?
Yeah, you can have it.
Let's share it. Oh my gosh, I actually... Oh, I got it actually on my keyboard. Oh, it's almost 12. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I hope you guys found it informative.
すごい.
Ooh. Suwu says good night.
Good night.
My brother just gave me his old monitor he wasn't using. And it's a matte screen. So I was like, Sugoi.
Wow, すごい.
I have to
good.
run too. Alright, bye guys.
Good night.
How do I end this? Oh, I have to end it on the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.